So, in relation to my last video on why bad things happen to good people, we also have to take into account our participation in a particular thing. You know, I feel like no one or nothing has power over you unless you give it power. So, I know, like, as I get older and wiser, I've definitely become better at setting boundaries for myself and for, really being mindful and aware of my actions and the actions of people around me, their behavior, their patterns, their energetic signature, and based on what I think is best for me, I will make a decision whether or not I will participate or retract my participation from whatever is going on. Because not everything requires your attention. Not everything requires, you know, your participation, and I think the more you get to know what you want, what you deserve, the easier it gets at proactively knowing what you want to participate in and what you don't want to participate in. For instance, like I will purposely not put myself in situations where I know there's a possibility of it going awry. Not to the point of blocking myself out, but at the same time, just, you know, being highly mindful, highly aware, and in the choices I make, and what I choose to consume, how I choose to utilize my time and my attention and my care and my energy, So if someone is obviously, not in alignment with my best or higher self, then I'll probably limit my participation with that person or that thing. Um, if and it's strange, like when something feels right, and I'm not talking about like being absolutely how do I say, naive or gullible about something, when something feels right. And another thing I've noticed that has helped me a lot is before I would trust so easily and I would, negate my intuition, and I would give people the benefit of the doubt when there were obvious red flags that were warning me from the very beginning. Like for me now, I listen to those red flags. I listen to those little warnings or those nudges that my intuition gives me, and I start distancing myself. Because I think when something feels right to you, you won't have those little like nudges or red flags. It will just feel very natural and organic, and there will be no need to retract yourself or your attention. But once you start getting these little nudges and signs, be aware and honor that awareness. Like I know before I would make endless excuses upon excuses and give chances upon chances, and you know I tolerated a lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't have tolerated. And it's okay to be honest. In fact, you want to be honest. I mean, I know for the most part I would practice silence, because I didn't want to create conflict. But at the same time, and you have to pick and choose your battles. My mother has told me this: pick and choose your battles. If you know that you can win the battle, then of course, you need to speak up. If you know that it's not worthwhile or it'll just, you know, make a mountain out of molehill, then you just retract. You know what I mean? But yeah, and again, it depends, like, but I've become more adept at saying how I feel and speaking up. And the people who respect you will stick around and try to resolve this alongside you. The people who don't respect you, they will get agitated, they will get defensive, and they will probably avoid you. And the avoiding is actually a blessing in disguise if you think about it. You don't want someone who's not willing to, create a healthy connection with you by you. Just let them go, and just let them be, and then you proceed. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. This isn't, I guess, correlation to bad things happening to good people. It's because we allow it. I mean, let's take responsibility and accountability. Like, I know when I was younger, I had this bleeding heart and I just, gave of myself. And I think at the time I thought it was selflessly, but if I were to look back upon it, I think I was looking for acceptance and I think I was looking for validation. I think I was looking to appease a identity that I had created for myself. So it wasn't necessarily unconditional. It was very conditional care that I was giving, to the point of exhaustion, to the point of allowing myself to participate in abusive one-sided relationships. So, I cannot blame the other party, because I need to take responsibility and accountability for my participation in the union, in that connection. You know what I mean? And I think once you are sincerely and genuinely honest with yourself, you can own up to these things, and then you can become more adept at not allowing these things to happen. You know what I mean? I don't know if I helped. I just again wanted to outlet my thoughts and insights, and maybe you would gain some knowledge from it. And if you didn't, that's okay too. But unless we, get it out there, unless we are saying something, it's of no use to anyone, really, if you just keep it to yourself and keep it inside. We are meant to collaborate with each other in order to rise and ascend to the next level of being, right? Anyhow, blessings to one and all. Amen.